Welcome to the Authentic Leader Show, the podcast for leaders who are transforming today's managers into tomorrow's leaders of high-performing teams. I'm your host, Christopher R. Jones, and I'm just simply thrilled to have you with us today. Now, today we're discussing a leadership example that's making headlines. Malcolm Gladwell's bold admission that his influential work in The Tipping Point got it wrong. What can leaders like you learn from this example, and how can you apply these lessons to your own teams? I'll break it down, share actionable insights, and help you turn today's business headlines into tomorrow's leadership strategies. By the end of this episode, you'll walk away with a deeper understanding of why admitting mistakes builds credibility and how to create a culture of accountability in your own leadership. Stay ahead with actionable leadership tips in your inbox. Subscribe to our newsletter, The Authentic Edge, for additional leadership insights that are curated for you, and stay up to date on news and events at Authentic Leader. Now, let's unpack this story. Of course, Malcolm Gladwell has been influential in the realms of business, leadership, and personal development. In his book, The Tipping Point, it is a pioneering work that analyzes factors contributing to significant societal changes. The broken window theory that's discussed in The Tipping Point asserted that addressing minor crimes could prevent larger ones. Kind of makes sense, right? This theory attributed to the decline in New York City's crime rates in the 1990s. In Gladwell's recent TED Talk, now this is October of 2024, he now admits to errors in his earlier analysis. He acknowledged that his work may have inadvertently supported harmful policing policies such as stop and frisk, which disproportionately affected marginalized communities. Now, to see this TED Talk, just simply search The Tipping Point, I Got It Wrong, and you'll see the 17-minute video right there. There's real significance for leaders publicly acknowledging their mistakes. And of course, there's real vulnerability, and there's potential repercussions involved in such admissions. Gladwell says in his talk, "I was wrong," when he reflected on the broader implications of his work. Thought leaders like Malcolm Gladwell can influence public policy and societal norms. Also, thought leaders have a responsibility that comes with such influence and the importance of continual reassessment of one's work. Now, all leaders need humility and openness to new information in their leadership. This is an example where leaders are fully responsible for their team's culture. Leaders must create environments where admitting mistakes is seen as a strength rather than a weakness, and when aspiring to lead high-performing teams. There are long-term benefits of transparency and accountability among your team. These lead to building trust and credibility for the leader. Now, in conclusion, Malcolm Gladwell's TED Talk is a powerful reminder of the responsibility leaders and influencers carry. Admitting mistakes, it takes courage, but it also builds trust and credibility over time. True leadership requires humility, accountability, and willingness to learn from the past. How do you handle mistakes in your leadership? How are you creating a culture on your team where transparency is seen as a strength? This is an important ingredient on your path to creating high-performing teams. Thank you for tuning into the Authentic Leader Show. I hope this episode gave you actionable insights to help you to learn and transform. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a future conversation. I'd also love to connect with you. You can find me on LinkedIn at I am Christopher Jones, or email me your leadership questions at chris@christopherrjones.com. I'm planning future episodes where I'll take leadership questions. I'm getting together a group of new managers together in January to unlock their confident leadership style. We'll transform former individual contributors into high-performing leaders. If you have any new managers on your team who this will be useful for, email me at chris@christopherrjones.com to see if what we're doing in January is a fit for them. Share today's episode with someone who resonates with today's topic. Until next time, Let's transform today's managers into tomorrow's leaders.